The morning the CEO's email landed in my inbox, I was sitting in my car crying. Not from sadness, from something I can only describe as cold, quiet satisfaction. That email of 4 desperate paragraphs begging me to come back was the ending I never planned for. But you need to hear how it started. 14 years, and that's how long I gave Meridian Solutions everything I had. I started as a junior account manager at 26. By 40, I was running a client portfolio worth nearly $3 million annually. My name was in every major contract renewal. Clients didn't call the office, they called it. They called me directly. I knew their businesses, their families, their quarterly anxieties. I was Meridian to them, and I never once forgot that responsibility. My boss, Derek, was a different story. He had the title of VP of Client Relations. Mostly, he had the golf game and the expense reports to match. For years, I fed him wins. He delivered them upstairs like they were his own harvest. Somehow, I kept telling myself the work was enough. Did I really believe that, or was I just afraid to look too closely? Then came the restructuring. I remember the exact Tuesday it happened. HR called me into a glass-walled conference room. Derek sat there, not looking at me. The word they used was redundancy. 14 years of loyalty, and I was redundancy. They offered me a severance package and a handshake. I signed the papers, walked to my car, and sat there until the parking lot went dark. What nobody at Meridian anticipated was what came next. Within 30 days, 7 of my top 10 clients called me personally. They weren't calling to offer condolences, they were calling to ask where I was going. Within 60 days, every single one of them had quietly moved their contracts. Some to competitors, most to the small consultancy I'd started from my spare bedroom. You wouldn't believe how fast word travels when trust walks out the door. But here's where the paper trail changed everything. 3 months after my layoff, my former colleague Rita reached out. She'd found something buried in a shared drive folder, a chain of internal emails from before my termination. Derek had presented my client retention strategy to the executive board as his own initiative. He'd renamed my reports. He'd even forwarded one of my memos with his name in the header. The timestamps told the whole story. Rita sent me the screenshots without me asking. I didn't post them anywhere. I didn't send angry emails. I simply printed the chain and forwarded it quietly to the 3 board members I still had personal contact information for. One sentence attached. Thought you should understand what you lost and why. 4 months later, Derek was quietly reassigned to a role with no client-facing responsibilities, no announcement, no drama, just a title change on LinkedIn. And then, on a rainy Thursday morning, the CEO's email arrived. He wanted to discuss bringing me back. A senior partnership role, a compensation package he described as significant. He wrote that the company had experienced unexpected client attrition. Unexpected. I read that word 3 times. I let myself feel the full absurdity of it. Then I wrote back one line. I thanked him for reaching out and let him know my consultancy was no longer accepting new clients. Here is what I learned, and I mean this quietly. Loyalty without documentation is just a story you tell yourself. Keep records, keep emails, keep everything. And when they underestimate you, don't get loud, get organized. If this story hit close to home, you're not alone. Drop a comment below and tell me yours. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe to Karma Served Cold, new stories every week.